What's up, everybody? Welcome to this segment of Key's Clubhouse, the segment of Key's Corner where we're talking nothing but straight sports. What I want to talk about today is it's another one of those times of the year where it's going to be weekend after weekend of great fights in boxing. So that's what I wanted to talk about. It's going to be a lot of great fights beginning this weekend, April 9th, all the way into the summer. There's going to be just great fights upon great fights. Might not talk about them. I think I'll stop at the Canelo Alvarez fight that happens in early June. So let's get started. As I said, this weekend it's going to kick off with Triple G, Gennady Golovkin, making his return against Ryota Morata. To be honest, I think a lot of people thought Triple G looked pretty good in his last fight. I didn't. I think he did look a lot more fluid than what he has in recent years, but that power that Gennady has been just known for, to me, just wasn't there. I think he's just over the hill. I'm really not interested in seeing a rematch with him and Canelo. So for the upset, I'm actually going to take Morata. I hope Triple G just retires after this because he just looked washed. I could be wrong. I mean, I hope he comes back looking stronger than ever, and then maybe there would be some interest in the Canelo fight, but if he comes out looking like the way he did in his last fight, I'm good with him taking this L and going ahead and retiring. Make sure y'all understand that match is going to be taken overseas. So I think it's actually going to start at 10 o'clock United States time. So because at night from San Antonio is going to be Ryan Garcia and Emmanuel to go. A lot of people are kind of tired of Ryan Garcia running his mouth. I actually liked the kid before he, started to become internet famous. I think he does have a lot of skill. I think his chin is still out there, still questionable. This is a dangerous fight. This is a dangerous fight for him. He's had a lot of time off to go as a dangerous opponent. I don't want to say to go with the upset. I'll take Ryan Garcia, and I'll take Ryan Garcia shooter. I'm going to say by decision. By decision, Ryan Garcia. And then we have Lubin versus Sebastian. If you've never seen Fundora fight before, it's crazy. The guy's like 9 feet tall. Have you ever wondered what it would look like if Sean Bradley boxed? This is it. Y'all got to watch it. Fundora is just a really, really tall, skinny, lanky guy. He fights at the weight that he fights at. Which is, he's a junior middleweight. Somebody his size should be probably a heavyweight, at heavyweight, but he's not because he's so tall and lanky, just like as Sean Bradley was. To be honest, they say he has a lot of power. I don't see it. I don't see it in him. I think Erickson Lubin takes the win on this one. Let me skip down. April 16th. There's some other good fights that following weekend, but the main one, April 16th, that I want to talk about, Errol Spence and Ugas. Ugas coming off the win after retiring Pacquiao. I think he looked really good, probably the best he's ever looked in that fight. So it's making a lot of people question if he can beat Errol Spence, or if Errol Spence can beat him. If that Ugas from the Pacquiao fight shows up, it's going to be a long night for Spence. But I don't think there's anybody that's not expecting Spence to come out with the win. To be honest, I wasn't impressed with Errol Spence Jr.'s return fight after his accident. I wasn't really impressed by it. Everybody said, oh, he's back. To me, he just looked a step off. And if that Errol Spence shows up against the Ugas that retired Pacquiao, Ugas may get the win. But for the sake of boxing, Ugas is older. For the sake of boxing, for the sport of boxing needs Spence to win more than Ugas. So I'm going to give it to Spence. And it's gonna go 12. It's gonna go the distance. And then we got in April 23rd, Tyson Fury in his last fight against Dillian Whyte. Let me tell you, I think Tyson Fury is going to win this, and he's going to ride off into the sunset. But Dillian Whyte's going to bring it. And if he catches, all he's got to do is catch Tyson Fury slipping one time. He's just got to catch him slipping one time, and he's got that knockout power. But just, you know, in all the fights with Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury has shown that he can get back up. But I'll take Tyson Fury in 12. So far, I think I said all these matches are going to go the distance, and they just might, which is why it's going to make, you know, all these fights going, you know, it's just going to make them that much more exciting. And then, as I said, I'll stop at May 7th in Las Vegas. Bivol versus Canelo. It's going to be a close fight, but not as close as what some people think. Canelo, to me, is just on God level. I've said that before. He's on God mode right now. Bivol will put up a good fight. I would say he'll win a good 4 rounds, but that's about it. Those 4 rounds are the 4 rounds that Canelo pretty much gives up to everybody before he downloads the information and knows how to go in and how to beat you. Bivol is not going to be any different. Canelo Alvarez with the decision, which is actually saying a lot for Bivol because I think Canelo's been knocking everybody out. So, yep, Canelo with the decision on that one. So, damn, I didn't even realize that all my picks would end up in decisions. So that kind of makes this one even easier to call for me. So we'll probably come back in about a month and talk about all the next fights that we have. We got David Benavidez against David Lemieux, Gervonta Tank Davis against Rolly Romero, Kambosos and Devin Haney. I'm sorry. Just a lot of great fights. If you're a boxing fan, it's an exciting time to be a boxing fan. But other than that, I appreciate y'all posting up with your boy here in the Clubhouse. I'm Keith, and you just got cornered.